Advice from Pinkie Pie by a Fox. Chapter 1, only chapter. Rarity whipped her tail back and forth in excitement as she read the latest letter from her new coltfriend. Topaz gleams just moved from Ponyville to Canterlot, and that alone hadn't been enough to catch the young Fast and Desire's attention. The new unicorn stallions had not been coming to her, and had spent long hours discussing the finer points of geology and gemcraft over dinner, or on long walks through Ponyville's parks and meadows. He was charming and witty, not to mention handsome and wealthy, and unlike her disastrous date with the prince, this stallion was actually treating her like a lady, even down to opening doors for her. In short, Rarity had fallen head over heels for this new stallion. Each day at work, she found herself distracted with long thoughts of her previous date, or the next one. Joyfully, she slid open the envelope of his latest letter, with her emerald-encrusted letter opener, holding the people in front of her face to read.
Dearest Rarity, as always, the mere sight of your handwriting fills me with joy and anticipation. I gladly accept your invitation to dinner at your residence tonight, and I am most eager to experience your culinary skills. I look forward to a magical evening. Your devoted servant, Topaz Gleam.
Rarity sighed blissfully and fell back into bed, feeling Opalescence jump onto her legs. Oh, Opalescence, this is all so wonderful, she guessed, pouring her heart out to the cat, who obviously at least sensed her happiness. He's going to let me cook for him. I mean, I'm not a very good cook, but that's not the point. Now, dinner, I can show him my latest projects, and then, I'm mine. Rarity lurched her hose again, revealing her. Opalescence yelled and ran to her basket. I look forward to a magical evening. Rarity read that sentence over and over again, her breath catching her throat. Opalescence, I think he's going to want to have sex. Opalescence mewed disastrously and rolled in her basket. Rarity paced around her bedroom, the letter now lying on her dresser table. She spoke out loud to herself as she paced, while Opalescence looked on, her ears pricked forward in concern for her little pony. What's it like to Opalescence? After all, a lady never offers herself to a stallion before she's married, or at the very least engaged. On the other hand, that's really quite an outdated concept. As a modern mare, I should think I should be able to make my own decisions on how I spend my evenings with him. But I don't want him to think I'm too forward or fitted. But what about the other mares on say? On the other hand, what a mare does in privacy of her home is nobody else's business. On the other, no, I'm running out of hopes. What should I do? Cat stared at Rarity blankly. She tried over and scratched her chin under one hoof. Of course you're right, darling. I should do whatever makes me happy. She tilted her head to one side and mused on that thought. But I don't even know what it is. I do love him, and it would be wonderful to make our night complete that way. But if we waited until we were married, it would be even more special. What if it hurts? The way he does in my books. What if he's not very good? She stopped dead in her tracks. What if I'm not very good? The thought of embarrassing herself for the first time made her twitch with nerves. For all that she talked about stallions far more than any of her friends did, she'd never actually been intimate with one. Her knowledge of matters of the flesh came entirely from her collections of books and novels and magazines. Stuff that she keeps away from Sweetie Belle. She was wise enough to know they probably weren't an accurate reference. There's just so much I don't know, Opalescence, she sighed, throwing herself back down on her bed. Things that I won't know until after I've done it. How am I going to make a decision when I don't know these things? I can't exactly go asking other ponies for help on this one. She stopped and looked down at her house. Of course I can. I have wonderful friends. I can ask them about anything, even that. Sex! I can say the word. Sex! I'm going to talk to my friends about sex, and they're going to give me advice about sex. Rarity pressed her face against the pillow. This is going to be the most embarrassing day of my life. Rarity strode through the streets of Pineville, looking for her close friends. It was still morning, so she had all day to get this situation under control. Where to start? I don't think I can handle talking to Pinkie Pie about this, she thought to herself. This is a serious problem, and I need serious answers. Well, as I hate to pay credit to rumors, I do hear things about Rainbow Dash. What they say about the Weather Patrol? They work hard and they play hard? Well, even if that's not true, she might be able to help me. Rarity trotted towards Rainbow Dash's cloud home, watching the sky in case her Pegasus friend was out working. There was no sign of Dash in the sky, though, nor was there any answer when she tugged the bell pull dangling from the cloud. Sighing, she turned away. Rainbow Dash was probably having a nap on some cloud somewhere. There was really no way she could find her on Short Norris. But next, she asked herself, who can I trust to give me a straight answer? Well, hell there, Rarity. Nice to see you all the way out here. Applejack waved and galloped over to Rarity, two baskets full of apples bouncing on her back. To what do I owe the pleasure of your fine company in my little farm? Nearby, Big Magatos was hauling old timber to use as firewood, while Granny Smith relaxed on the porch in a rocking chair. Rarity gave Applejack an overly elaborate bow, dip of her horn, and a playful mockery of both her friend and herself. Why, Applejack, you know I would cross the length and breadth of your farm twice over to merely enjoy your charming presence and hear your dulcet tones. The two friends heard her laugh. Then Rarity sobered. The truth be told, I am in need of advice. Advice? What in the world do you need me my advice on? I'm glad to help, but unless it's about apples, animal wrangling, or bacon, don't see how I could be a help y'all. Rarity lowered her head and found it difficult to look her friend in the eye. Well, you see, it's about stallions. I have a date with Topaz tonight, and Applejack tilted her head, squinting at Rarity. Let me get this straight. You are asking me for advice about stallions. You're the one who reads clothes orders at Contrapolitan all the time. I can help you with clothes and makeup, and maybe if you want to cook for him, I can help you. Rarity shook her head. Oh no, it's not that. Although a cooking lesson would be much appreciated now that you mention it. No, it's about a more intimate matter, physically speaking. That is... Oh, you're talking about sex. Interrogated Jack helpfully. Maybe Rarity blushed to stare at Hubs. Alright, maybe I can't do this after all, she thought to herself. See how topics for worries. Can see it through. Yes, indeed. I'm not really familiar with the, that is to say, I have yet to... Hubs that glass softly and nudged Rarity snuggle her head. Don't get your line out, Sugar Cube. I never owned her owl either. It ain't no big deal. Rarity turned to Jester, still blushing. Oh, thanks, Celestia. Sometimes I worry that I'm the only maiden left in Ponyville. Really? Never? I would have thought there were plenty of cults in the farming country who would be happy to assist you. Alistair pursed her lips softly, pressing her head on one hoof. Well, there was this one colt. His pa runs a carrot farm a few miles from here. We met in the market one day. He hit out pretty nice. He used to come around, take me out walking. One day he stopped showing up. Next time I saw him, he started avoiding me as if afraid of me. And what do you suppose he did that? There was a loud crack from behind Rarity's. He turned to see Big Magatos bringing his hose down a bundle of tree branches, stopping at the kindling. On the porch of the farmhouse, Granny Smith cradled Fritz fork, using her mouth to run a whetstone over the lines and sharpened them into wicked points. I'm sure I can't think of anything that would scare off a colt for seeing you, dear, Rarity said hastily. So there's no point yet special in your life? Applejack shook her head. Sorry, Rarity. Unless I can help you. The only accident helping you lately is from good old Dr. Hooves. Rarity brightened up. Oh, it's me, that brown earth pony who lives in the blue box. Actually, Rarity, bless what we call you from Mr. easier parts. You take my man. Rarity blessed once more, shuffled her hose awkwardly. Oh, I see. Thank you for sharing, Applejack. I best be going. I still have a lot of questions that I need answers to before tonight. Thank you so much. With that, she retreated back up to the road, desperately trying to keep that last image out of her mind. Rarity trotted back up the slope into Ponyville proper, shaking her head. I don't want to hear about any pony else's sex life ever again, she thought to herself. But if I don't, I might never have one of my own. I'm lucky to have fights as close friends, so I should be able to trust their advice. She spied Sugar corner in the distance, and hastily turned aside. Not Pinkie Pie, though. I can't handle having another oversharing conversation, and I don't think she actually knows anything that could help. That left only Fluttershy and Twilight Sparkle, though neither of them Rarity would have picked as the most sexually active ponies of Plainfield. If only Rainbow Dash weren't so hard to track down. I hope she's up on a cloud with some fine Pegasus dying right now. I don't really think about that. Rarity looked up to see her trot brought her to the door of Ponyville's library, so she shrugged and onto the door. Even Twilight didn't have much experience, so she at least trusted her fellow unicorn to treat the subject with appropriate delicacy. Twilight was just sitting down to lunch when Spike answered the door. He smiled brightly for an instant when he saw her at the doorstep. Then, just turned sullen. Twilight's in there, he muttered, gesturing with one claw towards the dining table, where Twilight was levitating, yards spoken in front of her, munching on paying hay. I'll be in the kitchen. Rarity frowned as Spike trudged off. Then moved to greet Twilight, nudging her friend's flank gently. Good day, Twilight. I haven't upset Spike, have I? He's been avoiding me ever since I started dating Topaz. Twilight looked up and smiled, pointing a book over to her lectern, and bringing up a second small pile of hay for Rarity. Rarity, thank you so much for coming to see me. I've been cooped up in here by myself for way too long. And don't worry about Spike. He'll get over it, I hope. She sighed, looking at the kitchen door. Won't you join me for lunch? I'd love to, dear. Thank you so much. Said Rarity, she settled by the table. I've been running all over Ponyville to get some advice from Rainbow Dash, but I can't find her anywhere. Then I went down to Sweet Apple Acres and back, but Applejack wasn't much help. Twilight cocked her head thoughtfully. I haven't seen Rainbow Dash all day either. I think this is her day off, too, so I can't think of where she might be. Maybe I can help you, though? Brady smiled awkwardly. Maybe you can't, Twilight. I've seen Topaz tonight, and, well, you don't count a lot more. You know how the world works. You've been with Stallion, haven't you? She asked, hurriedly hiding her blush behind her bale of hay. Twilight needed surprise, dropping her hay back into her plate. What, stallions? Me? Oh, of course I have. I'm not some recluse who spends all her time studying you would rather read a book than go on a date. Not at all! Her eyes started from side to side as she lowered her muzzle to the hay again. Rarity breathed a sigh of relief. Oh, good. Maybe you're so kind to share one of your experiences with me? I know it's a very improper question, but I'm not sure what to expect with Topaz tonight. Could you perhaps, tell me what it's like? Twilight chewed her lower lip, nervously blushing. Oh, well, of course! What are friends for, after all? Well, there was this one stallion. He was a unicorn, Sir Coppermane. He was actually from one of the noble families back in Canterlot. Twilight closed her eyes, smiled reminiscence. Our eyes met across the crowded ballroom at the palace. It was my first dance after my social debut. I didn't think any pony would pay attention to me, being from a poor family, y'all, but he had eyes only for me. We danced all night. I was the envy of every pony in the room. Just before the stroke of midnight, we stole away to a balcony overlooking Princess Celestia's private garden. Rarity sighed along with Twilight. Well, he pressed you up against the railing with his muscular forelegs and mounted you, his lilac-scented breath hot in your ears, and then you lay together in the garden, and he groomed your mane with his teeth while he told you that he loved you. Rarity chuckled softly, and nuzzled Twilight's nose with her own. It's all right, Twilight. He's my favorite character, too. Twilight ground and put one hoof over her eyes. Oh, you must think I'm pathetic. The other mares at school always teased me about being a virgin. You wouldn't believe how much attention some students pay to sex and alcohol and everything except studying.
Twilight, I'm a college student, I know.
I just tried not to mention it now. I don't want every pony in Ponyville thinking I'm just sad, lonely, nerdy virgin Billy like he did in Canterlot. Rarity shuffled around the table, leaning her flank against her friends. Oh, Twilight, how could you think such a thing? I can't speak for the rest of Ponyville, but to me, you're nothing but a brilliant, warm, caring friend. I know our friends feel the same way. I couldn't care less about your history, so to speak. Twilight looked up from the table, a tiny smile on her lips. Really, it's so nice to hear that, especially from some ponies popular as you, Rarity. I've never felt accepted as I do with you five. I don't know what I'd do without your friendship. Rarity laughed. You'll never need to find out, dear. No, I do know most of the eligible young stallions around town. If you ever do fancy a date, I could perhaps find you a nice shelter coat at a moment's notice. Twilight blushed again, but smiled at her friend. I appreciate the offer, Rarity, but, well, I would rather be a book than go on a date. He would have to be a very special stallion to take me away from my studies. I understand, darling. And there's always a couple of minutes in there. Speaking of which, I didn't expect you to be a Summer Moonlight fan. Twilight grinned. He's a guilty pleasure of mine. I have all of his novels. I even signed my copy of Everfree Passion when I run into a library. Wait, Summer Moonlight is a stallion? Rarity groaned and backed away from the dining table. Whatever. There's a stallion who understands male sexuality better than I do. Thank you so much for lunch, Twilight dear. But the most pressed on. Perhaps Fluttershy can help me. Although I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. Twilight waved bye to her friend, then turned her attention back to her books. She looked at her latest textbook after lecturing again, then grinned at herself and sat back down. She had levitated a slim novel from a row of similar-looking volumes and hovering to the dining table. She took another mouthful of hay, settled for an afternoon with a very successful stallion, indeed. Rarity took several deep breaths to calm herself as she walked up the path to Fluttershy's front door. She felt reluctant to raise the topic with her shy friend, knowing how sensitive he was. But the afternoon was wearing on, and she was becoming desperate. She resolved, however, to not press the issue if Fluttershy proved reluctant to discuss it. She knocked on Fluttershy's door and waited. After a few moments passed without any sign from within, she heard a faint shuffling. Fluttershy peered around the half-open door. Oh, Mary, she greeted her softly. I was expecting to see you today. Is everything all right? Rarity smiled at her friend, but wondered why she wasn't simply ushering her into a cottage as she usually would. Perhaps she was busy with some animal patients. Oh, yes, everything's quite all right. I was just looking for some advice. I was hoping you could help me with about them stallions. Fluttershy ducked her head, averting her eyes. Oh, no, I don't think I can help you, Rarity, she whispered. I've always been nervous around stallions. You know that. I think Topaz is very sweet, though, and I'm glad he makes you happy. I'm sorry I can't help. Rarity sighed softly. It's all right, Fluttershy. It's been a shot in the dark. I won't keep you from your work. I'll see you at the spa next week, if not before. So Rarity trotted back down towards the lane towards Ponyville proper. Fluttershy closed the door behind her with a sigh of relief. Rainbow looked up from her bed. You know, Fluttershy, we could just tell her. Fluttershy swallowed nervously. Oh no, I couldn't. I wouldn't want anybody looking at us, thinking things. It would be dreadful, all that attention. Rainbow Dash nodded. Okay, it's up to you, Fluttershy. Fluttershy fixed her Pegasus with a disapproving stare as he trotted back to her bed. What was that, pet? The silent Pegasus bowed her head straight back from Fluttershy as far as the ropes allowed her fetlocks. I mean, it's up to you, mistress. That's better, purred Fluttershy as he slipped the loop of a rain crop around her front hoof. Now, my little pony, you're going to love me. All the ponies in town are virgins, fretted Rarity to herself as he hurried back to Ponyville. The sun was on its way towards the western horizon, so she only had a few hours left before her date. After all this running around, she would definitely need a bath first. Rainbow Dash must still be tied up somewhere, so who else could she ask? One of the older mayors of her acquaintance would be more likely to have experience she needed. The mayor was too busy for social calls, though, and even she could bear the thought of bringing such a question to Princess Celestia's attention. Canterlot was far too far away. So Cute Corner came into view again as she made her way through Ponyville streets. Rarity felt a pang of guilt for being unwilling to trust Pinkie Pie with her dilemma. But after the awkwardness of the day so far, she couldn't see such a conversation doing anything to make her confusion and nerves worse. But Cute Corner also had Mrs. Cake. Rarity been to enough parties at Cute Corner to get to know the proprietors very well. Cupcake was patient and always had time to listen to the ponies she felt motherly towards. Was seen to encompass every pony up to and including Princess Celestia. She'd been married to Carrot Cake as long as Rarity can remember, so she was bound to know enough to help her. She certainly couldn't think of any pony else who was likely able to. Rarity pushed open the door to Cute Corner, her heart feeling lighter than it had all day. Hi there! Welcome to Cute Corner, your number one place for all things sweet and delicious. How can I... Oh, hi, Rarity! What you looking for? Rarity forced a smile onto her lips and tried to integrate Pinkie Pie. Her urge to unburden herself to her good friend, warring with her urge to shave her mane, swear a vow of chastity, and join the Sisters of the Sun Nunnery. Pinkie Pie! How lovely to see you. I was actually hoping to speak to Mrs. Cake. Is she in? She arched her neck and peered past her friend, trying to see if Cupcake was there in the kitchen. Nope, Pinkie Pie exclaimed. Then she ran to see Rarity's field of vision. Mr. and Mrs. Cake are a main hand ticket into suppliers, so I'm running the show today. I'll be closing up soon, though. If you want anything out of your thing tonight, you better get it now. Rarity's heart sank. Actually, I really want to talk to Mrs. Cake about tonight. If she's not here, I'll try somebody else, I suppose. Oh, are you worried about what you're going to cook for him? Because I could definitely help you with that. No, Pinkie, my cooking's not that bad, really. Oh! Pinkie squeaked, bouncing over to the counter. Are you worried about what music to play for him? No, Pinkie, Rarity said with a sigh. Listen, I'm not really in the mood for your kissing games, so... I know! You're worried that he's gonna want to stick it in you, and you won't know what to do! Pinkie, I'm not... Wait, what did you say? Rarity took 2 steps backwards and tilted her head, peering at her friend she had grown sick of tail. You heard me, silly, exclaimed the Earth Pony as she hopped forward and stuck her head directly in front of Rarity's. He's gonna be all... Hey, Rarity, why don't you go to our bedroom and have some fun? And you'll be like, oh, but I mustn't, I couldn't. But you really want to, otherwise you wouldn't be here asking me about advice for sex. Pinkie Pie, I'm not asking for advice about sex, insisted Rarity, starting to hang her head. But I should. You're my friend, and we've been through so much together. I should trust you when you want to help. Can you help? She finished in a small voice. Please. Can I ever? Pinkie squealed, bouncing over to the front door and hanging up a closed sign. I know everything there is to know about stallions and mares, but Topaz is a stallion, so still stick to that for now. Come on! Sears, nudging Rarity towards the stairs up to the loft. Science, mares, Pinkie Pie? Thought Rarity as he climbed the stairs, moving past the familiar small party room into Pinkie's own bedroom. She couldn't require to be far. It occurred to Rarity that Pinkie Pie really didn't have a lot of living space to call her own, not as compared to Fluttershy's roomy cottage or Rainbow Dash's home in the sky.
Working and living with the cakes must be confining for her high-spirited friend, no matter how much she loved her work. I must admit, Pinkie Pie, I didn't realize you led such a active social life. The absurdity of that statement struck Rarity. I mean, of course you have a lot of friends and throw a lot of parties, but I thought they were all, well, cake and ice cream and balloons sorts of affairs. Pinkie giggled. Of course not, silly. No suggestion of parties that I invite you guys to. I wouldn't ask you to come to the parties like the one I had last Wednesday. You just get embarrassed, and I wouldn't want that. You're my friend. Rarity blinked. You said your party last Wednesday was so you could show your friends some new toys you bought. Pinkie grinned, and bouncing over to a chest near her bed, she leaned in and pulled out an odd, rubbery object, tossing it to Rarity, who caught it in her magic. How very intricate, Rarity ventured, regarding the object with a critical eye. May I ask how this is used? Pinkie tried it over to her friend, and explained, in detail. Really, Rarity said slowly. How ingenious. This is something the ponies do. Oh, you're the ponies. Pinkie nodded rapidly. Mm-hmm. You should have seen me at work the other day. I could hardly stand up straight. Rarity lowered the toy chest gingerly, taking great care not to look at what else it contained. I think I could get along without any toys, Pinkie Pie. I just want to know what to do and what to expect. Oh, I understand now, said Pinkie, jumping on her bed. You want to know about positions? Positions, squeaked Rarity. Well, I suppose I was just going to, just sort of stand there, really. Is that how it's done? Adding some vanilla, sang Pinkie Pie quietly. Oh, Rarity, you just sit down and let your Aunt Pinkie explain how it all works. Do. And he's going to want me to do that. He might. Some stallions really like it. Others not so much. Actually, some don't like it at all. Better wait to see what he asks. It's not even legal. Well, I asked Princess Celestia about it, and she said that while it was technically illegal, she didn't care about what I did in the privacy of my own home. But if I thought anybody else was doing it, she banished me and threw me in a dungeon in the place I was banished to. So, forget I told you about that trick. Okie dokie. And that's when Mrs. Kent came in, and I had to tell her we were practicing for running at least. And he sure did some running when she was gone! And I never did figure out where he got that Royal Guard uniform from. But he said I had been a bad Pinkie, and he hauled me off to Caroline if I didn't do everything he said. Pinkie giggled, sprawling on the bed next to Rarity. That was a fun night, all right. At that point, Shining Armor felt his heart sank. Rarity's expression had oscillated between thoughtful, shocked, all throughout the conversation. This is all very horrifying, fascinating, Pinkie Pie, and enlightening. I never dreamed there were so many ways of making love. Pinkie nodded sadly. There are! It's so much fun! So I haven't been helpful, have I? Rarity opened her mouth to say, no, I never want another stallion to so much as breathe in my presence ever again. But Steph found herself going, you have, Pinkie, and I am very grateful. I think I can imagine what he'll do now, and I know what to do myself. I don't need to be nervous anymore. She sat up and ran a crook across her mane, but I still don't know whether I should do it at all. Pinkie flopped across Rarity's hind legs. Oh, silly, I can't tell you that. Rarity's voice grew along. You can't? Nope, I can just tell you what happened to do. Only you can decide it's the right time. Rarity sighed to herself back down to bed. How can I decide, Pinkie? Pinkie Pie rolled over and nuzzled her friend's shoulder, her face growing serious. You just had to follow your heart, Rarity. I can tell you that I had a whole lot of fun with my coltfriends and mare friends. I can't imagine going without that. But maybe you can warm with Stallion Mare, and that's okay too. If Topaz is the stallion you want to be with, then you should be with him. And you can have sex as early as you want, or wait as long as you want. I just know you'll have a great time when you're both ready. Rarity sat up again and hugged her friend. Oh, Pinkie Pie, you're right. Thank you so much for your advice. No matter what happens tonight, it'll be good for us both. I don't know what I would do without you. Oh, Rarity, I don't know what I'd do without me either. It would be weird. Now, go get ready for your date. And remember everything I told you. Pinkie Pie watched from her window as Rarity carried off to Carousel Boutique, grinned happily. You have a great time, Rarity, she said to herself, hoping she had given the unicorn enough to work for one night. Pinkie woke up with a jolt in the middle of the night when her tail started twitching. Startled, she looked up at the ceiling, expecting one of her lamps to fall, but none of them were lit. So worse what could happen with a mess to clean up in the morning. She snuggled back under her blankets and closed her eyes. Only to open them again as her nose started twitching. Twitchy tail, itchy nose. Oh no! That either means half-price apples in the marketplace, or a friend is heartbroken. I hope it's fluffy ears next and not twitchy friend hoof. She dragged herself out of bed and started watching her hose intently. A few seconds later, her left front hoof began twitching. Oh, poor Mary, she sighed, standing up and running to her chest of toys, rosing until she found her laughter necklace. The balloon-shaped pendant fastened itself around her neck as she ran downstairs, throwing things from the shop into her saddlebags. She's going to need me more than ever after this. I better get over there right away. Leave me alone, cried Rarity as Pinkie Pie knocked on the front door of Carousel Boutique. I want to be alone. Mary, it's me, Pinkie Pie, she called in response, hammering on the front door again. Please let me in. She could feel her friend hurrying. She hated a part of her any longer than she had to be. There was no response, but the door glowed with a light blue aura swung in. Pinkie Pie ran through the boutique and into Rarity's room, jumping on her friend's bed. Don't look at me! Rarity shrieked, pulling her fluffy pink dressing gown tightly around her body. Voice caught her throat, eyes red for crying. Oh, disgusting! You don't want to see me. Mary, what happened? Pinkie asked as she tugged her over her saddlebags. Something went wrong, didn't it? You tell Aunt Pinkie all about it. Look, I brought ice cream. I don't want to eat ice cream, Rarity mumbled as he levitated a spoon from Pinkie's saddlebags and started tugging onto the ice cream. I'll just stay here forever and never let another stallion see me again. Pinkie Pie put a hoof on Rarity's shoulder and emptied out the remaining contents of her saddlebags onto the bed. Did Delbats call you ugly? Is that what happened? Yes! Rarity sobbed, burying her face against Pinkie's neck. He said there was an ugly old mule. He wouldn't want to have sex with me if I were the last man. I want to request ya! Pinkie looked angry for a moment, started to giggle. She fell back in the bath and let out roarously, rolling in mirth. Why are you laughing? Shrieked Rarity, shaking Pinkie by the shoulders. How can you possibly laugh when my love life is ruined forever? Pinkie wiped away a tear left and grinned up at Rarity. Could get it up, could he? No, he couldn't, Rarity cried. He said I was so ugly he could never find me attractive or sexy, or how any pony would ever want to have sex with me. I'm going to be alone for my whole life, and stop laughing! Oh, Mary, Pinkie gasped as she sat up. That's the oldest excuse in the book. So stallions will say anything rather than if you can't keep up with him there. You're not ugly. He's just a jerk. Ah, yes, the old, this has never happened to me before, clause. Rarity snuffled into her handkerchief, and then looked at Pinkie through red-rimmed eyes. Really? That's just something stallions say? This is something that opposite stallions are not? Pinkie nodded. Yep! I had a coltfriend out of me once, but I just laughed at him. I don't care if a stallion can't perform. There's so many other things he can do if he's creative, but blaming it on me is just not okay. Rarity tugged her friend tightly. So it's not my fault. Thank you, Pinkie Pie. That's what I needed to know. She sighed, but my love life was ruined. First time having sex was a disaster! Pinkie giggled again, digging into her ice cream. Well, duh. Every pony's first time is a disaster. Rarity blinked. Really? It's not supposed to be a perfect expression of two ponies' love for each other? No. Well, maybe it's supposed to be that, but it never is. I remember my first time. He was as clueless as I was. He was all, where am I supposed to put my hose? And I was all, is this the right hole? I don't think that's the right hole. And then I lost my balance, it fell over, he fell on top of me, and then his mother came home early, and he got super awkward. Rarity's sobs settled to a soft, quiet sniffle. She listened to Pinkie's story. She even managed a tiny laugh at the end. That's all dreadful, Pinkie Pie. How did you have a mouse to try again after that? Pinkie grinned. We laughed about it, Rarity. Sex is ridiculous. Ponies' bodies are just silly. And when you try to put them together, it's double silly, or triple silly, or quadruple silly, like last Wednesday. Any more than that, it's just too silly to handle. We got better with practice. But when it didn't work, we just slapped it off and tried again another night, or afternoon. Hey, I know a song about it. Want to hear it? No singing, Pinkie. I don't think my nose can handle it. Well, thank you. I guess I just have to find a new stallion to practice with. But it'll treat me like a lady no matter what this body does. She covered her moves several, or does it do? That's the spirit, Rarity! Pinkie laughed, and dusted a few lines on Rarity's bed. But some of my special records. Want to eat ice cream and listen to ridiculous porn and make out? No. Rarity mumbled, shaking her head, and looked for her friend, to a tub of ice cream, to a small stack of records sitting on her bed. All right. Maybe just a little bit. The end. You know what's really a fun time when it comes to fics of
sensitive topics like this, it's not really the subject themselves. It's not the, yeah, let's just see it, or anything like that. I think the most fun is when they bring in these adult subjects that you would never see in the show and make it in character. Pinkie Pie was perfectly in character here, acting like you expect her if you gave her a sexual love life. And to me, that makes it all the more fun. I also love Rarity here. The story's just silly and fun and enjoyable, and everybody's in character, and it talks well about what to expect when you're about to have sex. Next time, I got no yak, science. Enjoy!